There's always work to be done. Pace yourself.
Just the person I wanted to see. And we aim to keep it that way. I need to deliver this to Vina so she can start the reverse engineering process, but first, Ularu wants to see you. I've upgraded your security level so you can access the executive floor, where her office is. Tell her assistant Maeve you have an appointment. I won't be far behind, in case you get lost. Oh, and try... Oh, Maeve is the personal assistant to both Ularu. I'm not sure where Masako found her, but the important thing to remember with Maeve is to be... Masako Imada is our current CEO, if you ask. She has the corporate style and class we like to project, along with the cunning and intelligence. It's hard to imagine any aspect of her, mentally or physically, being a... Vina Kalra is the head of research and development. She basically led our neuroamp division until Ryujin's previous head of R&D. She's potentially one of the greatest scientists. Ularu can be a little overly hard. Just remember, she's not only our boss.
My next assignment can't start soon enough.
I better do this right.
This could be the most important meeting of my career. How long are they gonna keep me waiting?
Welcome to Ryujin Tower. Enjoy your day. Well, I'm not the only Ellicott working in Ryujin Tower. My daughter Jupiter works at the front desk, and my wife Nancy works for Tranquility. It is. We're a close-knit little family. I like getting to see them on my breaks. Sure do. And I'm not interested in discussing it with you. I'm happy to help. Where can I point you?
The executive floor houses all of Ryujin's board members, with the exception of Dr. Kalra, who's located in research and development. Miss Chen's office is up the stairs to your left, then a quick walk down the hall and up another flight of stairs. They're hard to miss. Her office is right across from CEO Imada's. Her assistant, Maeve, can direct you if you get lost.
Anything else I can help you with? Please let me know if there's anything I can do to make your visit more comfortable.
Don't wander into any restricted areas.
I've been waiting for the most stressful experience of my life.
This deal could be huge. Ryujin certainly spared no expense.
Sometimes, I think they keep us waiting on purpose. Mike, I've been practicing for this speech all week.
They know how to make a client feel welcome up here.
My career will be over if this deal falls through.
Are you here for a meeting too?
Name an appointment. Confirmed. Ularu is wrapping up a meeting with Genevieve. You can wait here or in the lobby area. I'll let you know when she's ready to see you. I see Imogene Salso is supposed to be with you.
I'm right here, Maeve.
Good. It should just be a moment. Well, sooner than I thought. Looks like Ularu's ready now. If you don't have an appointment or aren't here to make one, we don't have anything to talk about. I don't believe in small talk, so if you need to chat, see Thomas downstairs. I have work to do, so if you don't need anything, please leave. Excuse me, some of us have actual work to do. I don't do idle chit-chat. I don't do idle chit-chat.
Don't cause any trouble. You don't want to get on my bad side.
Ularu's waiting.
you're finally here. The one I've been hearing so much about. I'm Ularu Chen, head of operations here at Ryujin. So tell me, what do you think of your new job so far? In that case, it sounds like our initial impression of you is turning out to be quite accurate. Now, my dear Jeannie here says you've been through the basics of what we do and pulled off success every time.
5 successful standard assignments and 1 specialized.
And on top of all that, a flawless record. It's no wonder they love you up here. I happen to have a personal assignment that I'd like to send you on. One that involves meeting up with an outside contact. Jeannie seems to think you're more than capable of handling it.
She's the best operative I've ever hired.
Let's not forget the only operative you've ever hired. Meeting with outside contacts isn't always as straightforward as your past assignments. Some can be fickle or demanding, so you'll need to decide how to handle them and what decisions to make on the fly. Good, because if not, I can't imagine we have much use for you here at Ryujin. Your contact is Simon Rychek. He claims to have information on a new project that Infinity Ltd. Is working on. He said it's a game changer that Ryujin would be especially interested in, so his asking price is the big thing to consider. Finance will reimburse up to 1,000 credits, so if you have negotiation skills, use them. Simon's been working with us for years, so he'll pose no threat to you. He's paranoid, which is why I assume he's never been caught. But his information is typically worth it. Now, in order to confirm your identity, Simon prefers code phrases. I'll let Jeannie give you the details on this one because the concept is just beneath me.
Simon is into sports, so he enjoys any opportunity to talk about them. At some point, he'll casually say, "Looks like the Galactic Raiders are the #1 pick for the Universal Championship this year." You get to respond with, "Razor Derby is the only real sport." Got it?
Exactly.
Just get what we need. You'll find him above the Lux condos in Sidonia's Plaza.
You spoke very highly of this one, Jeannie. Let's hope she doesn't make a liar out of you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some things to take care of.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
All questions and concerns should be directed at Miss Salzo. I believe I said I have work to do.
Keep out of my way, and I'll keep out of yours. Wait. You're on the wanted list. You're coming with us. We'll be taking any contraband and stolen property you have on you.
Ryujin CEOs.
The custodian's just... Well, I'm not the only...
It may seem that way, but she was already at... She may not be my...
Sure do. And I'm not interested. Let me know if you need help finding anything.
They know.
Can I help you?
Client feel welcome up here.
Name an appointment. Anything concerning Ularu Chen or Masako Imada is my business. If you have a problem with that, you can speak to HR. So again, name and appointment.
She's with me, Maeve. We have an appointment with Ularu. She should be expecting us.
Thank you, Imogene. I'll mark you down as confirmed. Ularu's in a meeting with Genevieve, but they should be done any minute now if you want to wait right here.
Thanks, Maeve.
Well, sooner than I thought. Looks like Ularu's ready now.
Oh, one more thing.
Keep out of my way, and I'll keep out of yours.
That leaves us with only one option.
God, Ularu, is that always your response? I don't want another PR mess on my hands.
Yes, Viv, because you're too good at your job. Now, we can talk details
I got my
later.
eye on you.
My next appointment's here.
Fine, but you can break this news to Alexis at our next meeting.
Good. You're finally here. The one I've been hearing so much about. I'm Ularu Chen, head of operations here. So tell me. In that case, now, my
5 successful...
And on top of all that, I happen to have genies.
She's the best
Let's not forget. Meeting with... Some can be fickle. That's exactly the type of operative I want. Someone who doesn't take no for an answer. Your contact is Simon. He said it's a game. Finance will Simon's been working with us for years. He's paranoid. Now in order to I'll let Jeannie give you the deed.
Simon is into... At some point, he'll casually... You get the According to Simon Ryujin, it's the only real sport in the galaxy. But if you want a lesson in sports, just ask him. Movies are more my thing when it comes to entertainment. They're a batball team that sucks. They have about as much chance of winning the Universal Championship as Aurora does of going legal outside of Neon. Simon despises batball though, which is why he crafted that response you give in return.
Exactly.
Just get what we need.
You spoke very... Now, if you...
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
We're done here.
Don't wander. Nothing's out of place.
Well, that wasn't too bad for your introduction. What do you think of Ularu? I'm pretty sure all of our field operatives have shared that sentiment at one point. Ularu loves to remind people how expendable they can be. Let me know if you have any questions regarding your assignment. And enjoy your time in Sidonia. It's certainly no Neon.
For you?
No, only Ularu calls me that, and it's not up for negotiation.
If you don't have an appointment or aren't here to make one, we don't have anything to talk about.
Waiting. It's just...
I've been waiting here for ages.
I've gotten to work with Simon.
Attention! Unidentified vessel. You have no faction markings or registered manufacturer. Please maintain course while we scan you. Assuming scans even work on whatever it is you're flying. And we're done.
Your eyes peeled for signs of terramorph activity. After what happened to our forces in New Atlantis, we need to be extra vigilant.
Careful, you place that sensor and my mark is as good as dead. Bye. Hope I never have to kill you.
News you can trust.
Can't wait to get out of this place. You lost? Or just come to ask an out-of-work miner how his day's going? Yeah. I just wish Sidonia had a bit more to offer while I'm trying to enjoy my unemployment. Not much in the way of entertainment around here. Speaking of, looks like the Galactic Raiders are the #1 pick for the Universal Championship this year. Not a sports fan, huh? Why don't you take a hike? You think you're funny, huh? I know your type. Come back when you know how to take your job seriously. Looks like the Galactic Raiders are the #1 pick for the Universal Championship this year. Oh, and what do you know? Get out of here. Well, look who's back with another smart-ass remark. A popular opinion I've heard, but not one I have time to discuss. You got something to say it. An interesting theory, just don't go saying that at the Red Mile. Alright, I've had enough. I like your style, but I'm done with the small talk here. Alright, I've had enough. You're damn right it is. I heard they were sending someone new. Nice to see you made it. Either way, there's a deal being proposed between Infinity Ltd. And Deimos Staryards. Since I believe this information to be valuable, and you're the second biggest pain in my ass, I'm upping my price. Of course, if you can't pay up, I'm still willing to be generous and offer a little side job. Glad you see reason. As you may guess, being an informant is not without its risks. I've heard there's a merc in Saturn's orbit who'd like to cross my name off her list. Melai Liskova. If you take her out and bring me her gun as proof, I'll consider my fee to be waived. She's a freelance mercenary, used to work for Inception Technologies. But she likes her independence, so she went into business for herself. She specializes in killing for the right price. So before you get any second thoughts, you should think of it as doing the settled systems a favor. Well then, let's see those credits. Glad you see reason. As you may guess, being an informant is not without its risks. I've heard there's a merc in Saturn's orbit who'd like to cross my name off her list. Melai Liskova. If you take her out and bring me her gun as proof, I'll consider my fee to be waived. You're doing me a tremendous favor. Just know she won't go down easily. So be prepared. Melai's ship is called the Datura, and like I said, you can find her in orbit around Saturn. Just remember to bring the gun back as proof.
About enough. State your business or I open fire. That's more like it. So, tell me what you're doing here. I'll decide whether or not to strip you for salvage. I'm looking for a lot of people, and none of them are any business of yours. Oh yeah? From what? Yours the only thing around here that looks like a threat to me. So, give me one good reason why I shouldn't feed you to the void. If you think I'm answering any questions, think again. Simon will never stop. The man will hold a grudge until his dying breath. What are you, a therapist? It's none of your business. I admit, it'd be nice to be able to relax a bit. Perhaps, but just how do you propose we manage that? Because I intend on staying very much alive. He wants the very thing that protects my wife. Of course he does. He knows I would never... All right. You can have Ember. But you'll have to come aboard to get her. You have my word, you won't be harmed. For whatever that's worth.
If we should have time, I wish to speak to you. Green lights on outer hatch. We're docked.
I'm impressed Simon managed to find someone with guts to come after me. I suppose it shouldn't surprise me that he wants Ember as proof of this. He knows I'd never part with her. The first time Ember and I met, she was pointed right at me. And then backfired on the gloating bastard who thought he'd won. She's saved my life more times than I care to remember. In my line of work, we're always in and out of the fire, if you know what I mean. We were a thing for a while, until the coward sold me out. I'm sure he regrets it, considering I survived the attempt on my life. And now, I live to blackmail him and make his life a living hell. So if Simon told you I wanted him dead, it's a lie. I want him very much alive. And suffering. Oh, will you? You really think I'd let you just waltz onto my ship and I'd hand her over? If you knew anything about me, you'd know honesty isn't my strong suit. The only truth here is that I've intended to kill you since the moment you set foot on my ship. I'm pretty sure I've already made up my mind. True, I'd hate to misjudge. Okay. Fine. You've compelled me to hold up my end of the deal after all. You get Ember, I'll disappear. Besides, I like to think of this as just a temporary arrangement. She's always found her way back to me before. Why should this time be any different? I already gave you Ember, and the truth is, you don't. Something you may want to keep in mind next time you make a deal with a total stranger. Oh, don't worry. I see this as some well-needed, dare I say, deserved time off. I'm looking forward to the fresh start. I guess Simon chose wisely, for once. Now get off my ship. I've got an identity to arrange and a vacation to plan. Perhaps a fresh start could be more useful than I thought. I'm impressed, Simon. I suppose he knows I'd never We were a thing for... I'm sure he... And now? So if Simon... in my line of work... Oh, will you? You really think if you knew it's the only truth... I'm pretty sure I've already made up my mind. True. I'd hate... Okay. Besides, I like to... She's always... Oh, don't worry. I'm looking forward. I guess Simon... Now get off my ship. Perhaps a fresh start could be more useful than I thought.
Pressure normalizing. Undocking complete.
Unidentified ship. We're going to attempt to scan you for contraband. Please comply. Pretty please. And we're done. Enjoy Sidonia. Used to think I was being good.
Look who survived the devil herself. Well, either that or you decided to pay up. Wait a minute. You spoke to that lie-weaving terramorph? You should have just outright killed her. Cool those thrusters. She's lying, I swear. We have a history. A long one. Love, hate, betrayal. It's all in there. I screwed her over one too many times, and she's been out for blood ever since. Blackmail? Ew, I wish. That'd be the least of my worries. I may have given her name to the UC at one point, but believe me, once I escaped, I wiped all the data they had on her. Only, it was too late. They sent a unit after her. She and her sister escaped, but... her brother wasn't so lucky. But before you go feeling sorry for him, don't. There are ecliptic mercs, House Varun zealots. Ram made them look like saints. Did I ever? These days I take great care when it comes to making enemies. If I'm going to piss someone off, it's with good reason. So, back to business. You got the gun. We loved each other. For a time. But when you're in our line of work, relationships become the best weapon to hold against you. I betrayed her, and her brother paid the price. It's not something I'm proud of. I gave her name up to the UC in order to save my own ass. I already knew my escape route, so I thought it was harmless. I just wipe her files on the way out. I never thought they'd act on the information immediately. And Milai never forgave me. Let's hope it's finally possible. It's strange. I always imagined I'd be happy knowing she's gone. Perhaps I've been running so long now that it will just take time for the relief to set in. You know, why don't you keep that gun of hers? I think it's time I left the past behind. Glad someone's feeling a real benefit here. Now back to business matters. The information I have is on a deal for something called Project Dominion. I'm giving you 2 slates. They contain surveillance and interaction data for Stanley McMillan, the Infinity rep, that I obtained myself. I'm also giving you a 3rd slate because you're going to need to download the files on Project Dominion off his computer yourself. Oh, they will.
What the hell are you doing in this dump of a city anyway? You draw the short stick at work or what? Infinity sent me to get Deimos to bite on a deal. It's even got a catchy code name. Project Dominion. Sounds like world domination to me, buddy. I'd buy into that in a heartbeat. Right? I'm telling you, this Project Dominion is the real deal. We ought to be selling this to Inception or Quantum. Hell, you should be in the Astro Lounge making Ryujin Industries beg for that tech. Ha! That'd be the greatest irony of them all, but not this baby. Dominion is finally gonna put Infinity first. We'll beat Ryujin at their own game.
Game looks green. How are you set?
pardon.
This is Freestar Collective Space. Hold while we scan your ship. That's all we need. Enjoy Neon. Collective Space. Hold while we scan your ship.
Hey there. I hope you're well.
Alright, we're done. Have a good time in Neon.
I don't do idle chit-chat.
Don't wander into any restricted areas.
Well, that took longer than expected. I hope whatever information Simon had was worth it. so sure of yourself, are you? Give me a moment to run a decryption. Let's see... Got the key, deciphering, and done. Well, well, well. Looks like our friend Simon wasn't joking. This is a sales initiative for Project Dominion. It's not an Infinity Ltd design. It's one of ours. They didn't even bother to scrub the name, meaning someone never thought they'd get caught. And come with me. Masako needs to hear about this.
Don't cause any trouble. You don't want to get on my bad side. Stay on your best behavior and we won't have a problem.
Hey,
Ularu? What is this about? Who is this?
This is our latest junior operative. I sent her on an assignment to rendezvous with an informant. But here's the real news. Infinity Ltd has gotten their hands on Project Dominion.
Impossible.
Not only that, they're trying to sell it under their own name.
Of course they are. We need Fines to investigate this immediately. Since you found this information, I am trusting you to help investigate. You see, Project Dominion is confidential. It requires a high security clearance to even know it exists. If Infinity Ltd has obtained any information on it, that means we have a very well-connected mole within our corporation. I suppose, since we're trusting you in this investigation, I can give you some details. Project Dominion is our latest advancement in neuroamp technology. Our current neuroamps are all external devices, but Project Dominion would be the first surgically implanted internal neuroamp on the market. The project itself was nearing completion, which is why exposing the mole is of utmost importance. We can't allow any more research to fall into their hands. Exactly. I want you to go see Dalton Fines, our Chief Security Officer. I'll send him the details. You've brought an enormous security violation to our attention, so I trust your help in any way possible. And thank you. Some operatives may have seized this as an opportunity for extortion. It's good to know your loyalty lies with us. I trust you and Dalton will take care of this.
What? Dalton's going to be on the job hunt if he can't figure this one out. So much for any faith in our security team.
Ah, lovely Miss Amada.
Don't screw this up. I've fired people
Cut the
for
crap,
less.
Dalton. I'm sending an operative your way, along with some files to your computer.
I'll be ready.
Not for this one,
Don't
but
screw this
I
up.
trust you'll get it
I've
done.
fired people for less.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you that this situation demands discretion. I was elected CEO when my predecessor, Itaru Saito, was proving to be incompetent. He was jeopardizing our relationships with both the Free Star Collective and Benjamin Bayou, which would have made doing business extremely difficult for Ryujin. Just look at our position. We're based in Neon, a city controlled largely by Benjamin Bayou. And Neon is inside the Freestar Collective, controlled by the Council of Governors. I think the answer is obvious. The Council of Governors is a group of political and corporate elite that oversee the Freestar Collective. They institute the laws and have the Freestar Rangers to enforce them. And, of course, Administrator Bayou is one of them. We caught hostile operatives with Ryujin Tech a while back, and linked them to the Freestar Collective's Council of Governors. Saito was enraged. He wanted more than the usual compensation from the Freestar Collective. He wanted the truth. When the truth was refused, he went after Bayou, accusing him of knowingly condoning the Council's actions. The compensation should have been enough. To this day, I can only speculate on why the truth was so important. In an ideal world, yes, it's a goal I look toward. But a move like that isn't something that happens overnight. Unraveling the complex relationship would be years of work. So until it's no longer beneficial, I'm content to take it slow. Dalton is our chief security officer. He oversees everything. Since I promoted him, we've decreased our security. Only a handful of competitor operatives have set foot. Ryujin has many enemies outside of the corporation. To be an enemy within and avoid detection takes a certain amount of skill that only so many of our employees possess. I do have suspicions, but feel it's too early to say at this time. Neuroamps make some people nervous because they can enhance your ability to influence others. But with the external appearance, people can always be aware of those who have them and may be using them. An internal neuroamp would be unnoticeable. Should it be used to influence someone, that person would be none the wiser. Our latest line of neuroamps were created to help with the user's self-image. They can boost confidence and the ability to communicate and think critically. Those types of improvements in competency can easily help influence others.
I've got my eye on you.
Dalton's going to be on the job hunt if he can't figure this one out.
I have work to do, so if you don't need anything, please leave.
I hate waiting. It's just more time to doubt myself.
Keep out of my way, and I'll keep out of yours.
Good. You're here. So, thanks to your work in Sidonia, I'm told someone here has leaked information on Project Dominion to our adversaries at Infinity Ltd. A mole within the company means a failing in my department. We're initiating Security Directive Theta. which means a full sweep of every employee in this building, Masako and myself included. Directive Theta allows for a third party to conduct the sweep. This way, the results can be objective. We certainly are. Directive Theta has one unique case, and that's Ularu Chen. The directive calls for a specialized programmer known as Nix to investigate her, but he'll need your assistance for an unusual assignment. Ularu has the ability to thwart any investigation, so it's imperative she knows nothing about this directive. Her knowledge and talents are why she's the Chief of Operations, so she is the best equipped to evade detection. Believe me, if this mole slipped past us, it would have slipped past anyone. I won't go into the nature of our practices, but our methods are second to none. Nix will be giving you a program to run on Ularu's computer that will pull any data needed to prove her guilty or innocent. Your job is to infiltrate Ryujin Tower as an anonymous outsider in order to run this program completely off the books. This means your keycard will be turned off, and the security guards in the building will consider you to be trespassing. We employ over 100 members of our security team who rotate floors and shifts. It's possible you'll be recognized, but even so, my orders will be strict. Authorized security personnel only. And you certainly won't qualify, making you an immediate suspect. If you get caught, the guards will follow standard procedure and lock you up in a cell for questioning. Provided you don't provoke them. And I strongly advise against provoking them. These are your fellow employees. We want this to go as smoothly as possible. Directive Theta requires utmost secrecy for success. We don't know what connections the mole may have, so we can't risk informing our security team. If that's a joke, it isn't funny. We're trusting you to get this job done as discreetly as possible. In the meantime, I'll ensure all non-essential employees, Ularu included, have left the building, claiming routine security maintenance. During that time, I'll be unlocking access to the tower's ventilation system, which you can utilize to help avoid detection. I'm also issuing you a disruptor, which should help in avoiding casualties should a worst-case scenario turn up. Ularu doesn't know about Directive Theta, but she'll fully expect a building closure while we investigate. As far as she knows, it's standard procedure, one that she no doubt has already made accommodations for. This is why we're bringing in a third party. She won't be expecting to go up against Neon's best. And it's also why secrecy is of utmost importance. Not even our own security detail can know, in case the information leaks. Let me remind you that not only are we talking about innocent people, but these are also your co-workers. It's in your best interest, as well as Ryujin's, to make sure that no one is harmed. You'll meet Nix at Madame Sauvage's place. He knows Directive Theta has been enacted. Be quick about this. We can't waste any time. It's the intent behind it. Neuroamps are a technological breakthrough that's hard to argue. The vast majority aid in brain disease and regulation. The more controversial ones do more good than bad, so many accept the risks, much like weapons. Nothing good. Project Dominion has been plaguing me ever since Vina proposed the possibility. The security risks are baffling, and in the wrong hands, the repercussions for the settled systems would be horrifying. Nix is the only hacker to successfully break through our security. So naturally, we were quick to employ him. Unofficially, of course. Exactly. Good luck. We could all use it.
They know how to make a client feel welcome up here.
This place is incredible.
Edside's a bad place for tourists these days. Area's good. Edside's a bad place for tourists these days. Area's good.
He got you down.
So, how are you?
You're in the right place, baby. Everyone knows.
Rory, it's a mood. What us all love. A good song can play on repeat for hours, and it never gets old.
Neon's the only place where my talents are actually respected.
Take it easy.
See anything. Catch my drift?
They don't have places like this in Aquila, that's for sure.
Would you mind just signing me somewhere else? Where it's better than here?
It's messed up when a guy like me is better off than those people carving chasm or working a desk job. You got an appointment? 'Cause if not, consider this area reserved. Wow, nice to meet you too. Good thing you aren't with marketing. I've written up a program just for the occasion, but as Ryujin knows, it's yours for either a price or a favor. While you're snooping around in the tower, I just need you to hit up one more workstation on the way. It's Camden Chose. Just run the same program on the slate I'll give you, and you're good. It's that simple. That's between me and another client. But you can bet if someone wants something in old Camden, it's not because they like him. Let's just say, it's nothing beyond something that Ryujin would do to anyone else. I hoped you'd see it that way. Like I said with Camden, all you've got to do is run this little beauty on Ilaru Chen's computer, and the program will take care of the rest. Once you're done, bring the slate back to me at my place. Whatever encryption Ilaru has is bound to take some real work, more than my little setup here can handle. It's nice to see you know more than just sneaking around and talking a good game. Here's the slate. I'll be waiting. I'm just glad I'm not the one that's gotta go sneaking past a bunch of armed guards. Well, the only one to lay claim to the deed, but after what I went through, I'm pretty sure it's just me. Dalton's the first one to offer up a real challenge. I felt I had to give credit where it was due. It's really nothing to be impressed by, just a standard program to filter through and copy anything and everything on a person's computer. It's like a glorified backup, but it's also going to run through any network files and find and restore any deleted files, all without leaving a single trace that was ever there. Of course, it's the perfect arrangement for a man of my talents who enjoys his credits. Plus, I get the added perks of Neon Security looking the other way, not to mention Ryujin Tech, Benjamin Bayou and Ryujin Industries. It's the best relationship that never was. Have fun dealing with Ryujin Security.
I need a beer. Waiting and decaying.
a scent down.
Take off.
I'll never leave Neon. For someone in my business, there's no better place. So, you made it. Guess Ryujin's security really is slipping. Just brimming with confidence, aren't you? But I've seen your work in the trade tower, so I'll at least give you some credit. Now, I'll take that program back that I gave you, and let's give the data a look. The program I gave you to run on Ularu's computer basically opens an all-access backdoor for me. I can see everything and anything, so let's take a look. First, I'll just save off Mr. Cho's info. My client will very much appreciate that. Now on to Ms. Chen. Ularu has some impressive encryption on her files. Not that I can't crack it, of course. Circumventing protections, running decryption. This should just take a moment now. Damn, I'm good. That went faster than I thought. I'm saving several files to a slate for Dalton, including access history and anything related to Project Dominion. Adding in new encryption for him as well, so he's the only one that can view these. And done. You're all set. I've got the new encrypted slate. Let me tell you, it looks like fun times ahead for Ryujin. Technically, I'm not supposed to look, but it's kind of hard to not see what's going on while running all my software. Go ahead, I'd like to see him do anything about it. Besides, he knows it's not a risk where I'm concerned. As for you, you may want to loosen up a little. Straight-laced little whistleblowers have a tendency to either wind up dead or disappear. Here's the slate. As usual, always a pleasure doing business with Ryujin. Don't you have somewhere to be? Imogene's real good. I worked with her a lot in her days as a field op back when she was Ularu's protege. According to the data, you can bet the relationship between those two is the key. If anyone could get Ularu to make the slightest slip, it'd be Imogene. I'm looking forward to seeing how this all pans out.
Let's hear your report. Well, I assume success is in order. I had a few reports, but at least nothing that set off any red flags. It will be handled once this mess is cleared up. Now, let's see what we have here. was possible. But someone's been accessing Ularu's files remotely. It's quite a complicated trace, too. I'm impressed this was only with this. Damn. And there's our culprit. Imogene Salzo, Senior Operations Specialist, and one of the few I had in mind for who could pull this off. Well, she has the means and access. But things are rarely so cut and dry. Well, before we make any harsh decisions, I'll need to question her myself. I want you to head to her office and escort her here. We have to make sure she doesn't try anything before I have a chance to speak with her. Good. When you're dealing with corporate workers, discerning the truth from the lies is the hardest part. Remember, don't let her out of your sight once you find her.
Ryujin CEO is no joke.
Something you need? Taking a break? You didn't hear this from me, but apparently you asked me.
As technicians, we handle prep and post-op work. Beginnings and ends, as it were.
Keep out of my way, and I'll keep out of yours.
Nice to catch you in the office. Don't you have some work to do? I wouldn't be here if I didn't, but that's a bit of a loaded question. When it comes to benefiting the lives of employees and customers, Ryujin's as good as it gets. It's the, My parents raised me to believe in hard, honest work. Ryujin has more than its fair share of hard workers. It's the, honesty that's questionable. I probably shouldn't get into the details. It's a sensitive topic, and I'd hate to muddy the waters since he just started. Oh, is that... I really doubt it. Yeah, you're right. I don't know what I was thinking before. Alright, fine. You'll learn all about... Ryujin Industries has some deeply embedded ties to Administrator Bayu, so he has a somewhat profound influence in the corporation. One word from Bayu could get you hired or fired. I'm probably not even aware of the amount of favors owed between both parties. But his influence is far from honest. If I had it my way, hard work is what would get you ahead here, not the word of someone who's morally bankrupt. Well, technically, everyone in operations is dedicated to supplying the other departments with whatever they need. You operatives, field agents, and technicians alike supply information, or get results that our executives use every day to make things happen. I'm just on the more legit side of things. Or the boring side, as some might call it. Supply chain manager. R&D requests are but almost everything. See you.
Isn't there an assignment calling your name somewhere? Let me guess. Looking for Imogene? I'm sure you can tell by now. She isn't here, which is a shame since I have several documents I need her to sign off on. She's always been the master of avoiding desk work. There are work skills and there are life skills. I can't help it if I have both. She hasn't stepped into the office since the maintenance closure, probably abusing her paid time off again. I know for a fact she doesn't have any external meetings or business trips. Well, that desk work is what keeps your cred stick full, and this company 2 steps ahead. So why are you looking for Imogene? Is she in trouble? Yeah, no thanks. Getting information out of Dalton is like talking to a wall. Besides, speculation is far more fun. I have Imogene's last location at Frankie's Grab and Go, which we all know is a front for the Sioka Syndicate. You'll want to get executive sign-off if you plan on chasing after her. I'd say Dalton is your best bet. Is there an echo in the room? Yeah, Frankie's is a front. Crap convenience store on the outside, high-tech hideout on the inside. Of course, the only people that really know that are Ryujin, Bayu, and the Syndicate itself. Your guess is as good as mine, but she's up to something. I could tell she was trying to cover her tracks, but this is my job, and there's a reason I'm in charge of the technicians here. Good. I'd hate to see what sort of drama might get stirred up if you went around him. Or maybe I'd love it. Keep the workplace interesting, right? Good luck finding Imogene. Oh, and if you do catch up with her, be sure to let her know I had everything to do with it.
Don't wander into any restricted areas.
How's it going? Only that some drama went down during the security update. You know, the one where they kicked us all out of the building for a free day off. Security's keeping pretty tight-lipped about the whole thing. I'm betting they found some dirt on someone's personal computer. Either that, or someone was dumb enough to try and break in. I heard we lost one of our key informants. Ularu's pretty livid about it, and has the techs digging into who's responsible. Rumor is, he had a really pissed off ex that finally got her revenge. Only that some drama went down during the security update. You know, the one where they kicked us all out. Security's keeping... I'm betting they found some dirt on someone.